Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless. Today is Sunday, December 15th, 2024, and this is third edition of a message to Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. Now, what I want to talk about today is a few things, and one of the things that I want to talk about is the new budget that Mayor Brandon Johnson tried to present to the aldermen to raise the taxes in Chicago. The $300 million proposal, all aldermen shot that down. 50 aldermen shot that down. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and shout out to Chicago Flips Red, Jessica Jackson, Zoe, Danny C, in the whole Chicago Flip Red movement. You know, they really been putting pressure on these aldermen to not vote to raise these taxes. And I tip my hat off to them, and very elated to see people standing up because they work for the citizens. We don't work for our elected officials. So then, once the $300 million proposal got shut down, he tried to come back with another one for 150 million. They shut that down. I think they trying to, come back and do another 68 million. I mean, and Chicago Flips Red, they at every city council meeting, they're not playing. And they not trying to hear nothing. I think the last one the other day, maybe I think it was Thursday or Friday, they had one this past week, and they basically pulled some type of stunt with the fire alarm, so he couldn't make the decision. It was some type of stunt they pulled at the city council meeting the other day. Now they got it scheduled for tomorrow, so we're gonna see how that happens. But man, Mayor Brandon Johnson is saying that he's not going to work with the upcoming administration about getting these illegal immigrants out of the city of Chicago. And if you don't comply with the incoming administration, then they're going to cut federal funding. People ain't going to be able to get their checks. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to, get in the way of the ICE agents. And Tom Homan, the upcoming border czar, came to Chicago and pulled up and said that Chicago, and it's the main reason for this, Chicago will be the epicenter, the example, ground zero for the rest of the country as far as mass deportation. So, congratulations to Brandon Johnson. You have put Chicago in a position where we are ground zero for what Trump's plan is. So they're gonna make an example out of you, bro. They're gonna make an example out of you and Governor Pritzker, whatever his name is, the governor, he on the same mess too. These Democratic elected officials and the people have spoken. So opposed to just getting the illegal immigrants out and accepting the federal funding we are $1 billion in debt as a city. Instead of doing that, you rather try to fight to keep these illegal immigrants, go against the grain, possibly risk getting prosecuted. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. When you could just do the right thing and help the president. And I want to make sure that I'm clear. Nobody is, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate the illegal immigrants. I don't, I know that the Biden Harris administration, promised them certain things, and it's just sad that they, were brought over here. Not only did they cross the border by foot, the Biden Harris administration made it so they were able to hop on airplanes and on buses to spread throughout the country. But see, they broke the law. You can't just go into any nation without going through the proper process. So mass deportation, at the expense of taxpaying citizens, all of our taxes, you're trying to raise people property tax. People in Chicago and other states are already struggling financially, due to this current administration. So now instead of just accepting the help, hey, I'm gonna clear your debt, and I'm gonna help get a major problem out your city. You rather fight against that. Why? I heard allegedly that Mayor Brandon Johnson accepted $50 million from the Biden Harris administration to become a sanctuary city to begin with. So if you accepted that amount of money, it makes sense. And you were supposed to get another 50 million if Biden won. Well, Kamala won again. So, but this is the thing. They lost, bro. And so that other part that you was looking for, allegedly is not coming. You see the mayor in New York. We had this conversation before. He's jumping on board. He wanted to be a sanctuary city too, and then when it got out of hand, you know what I'm saying? He became a whistleblower against the corruption of the Democratic Party with this illegal immigration. And on their way out the door, they hit him with 2 federal charges. We talked about this before. So I don't know, bro. But he's in Mayor Adams of New York is in full compliance with Trump administration, as he should be, to help get the legal immigration. Now he's already cut the credit card funding and or debit card or whatever food stamp program they want. I mean, it's just the right thing to do for your taxpaying citizens. We cannot go to their country and get any of this treatment that they come in here getting. You know what I'm saying? And they just did this basically to secure votes for the Democratic Party. And it backfired on them in certain states like Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like they let all of them come over here in Texas, and it's still all of them. Yeah, they might have came over here like, okay, thank you, Democrats, and then they flip Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Because what you don't know, a lot of those people from those like from Mexico and from different Hispanic countries, they are largely Catholic, and their morals just do not line up with what the Democratic Party agenda has been perpetuating. They don't believe in boys becoming girls and vice versa. They don't believe in abortions, just as a form of contraceptive. They don't believe in a lot of the values. They're very conservative. So once they do their research, a lot of those people, those Hispanic Latinos, are going to align more with conservative values, not with the liberal stuff. And y'all went so far left that it's just your own Democrats are flipping on you. So I want to play a little something. This is from a city council meeting not a few days ago, where the residents were voicing their concern.
Please come here first, because you know what? We're gonna help you. We want to forensic.
Ma'am, I would ask that you. Hold on a second. Stop her time. Stop her time.
You told Trump you ain't gonna blink. Well, we ain't either. You ain't above the law. And where you gonna run to when Trump pulls a Trump card out on you?
Man, see, the residents ain't playing. He said, "What you gonna do when Trump pulls the Trump card out on you?" This at the city council meeting, man. They be giving Brandon Johnson the smoke, literally every city council meeting.
There's a 10-year prison sentence when you want to stand up here for those illegals.
This is the portion of the meeting for public comments.
Our next speaker is Danielle Carter.
So Brandon, you and all these Democratic mayors out here and governors, y'all talking about crashing out for these illegals, right? You all sit up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaign and double down that you would not raise property taxes. I ain't gonna do that. You campaign went around doing that.
She's absolutely correct. That was a huge part of Brandon Johnson's campaign. I will not raise your property taxes. We went through that in part 1 and part 2 with several clips of him saying that as he was running for office. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, for you to blatantly just flip without any type of compromise, any type of negotiation, when your aldermen are giving you alternatives to how we can cover the deficit, and totally just ignore those alternatives and say, no, I'm going to present another plan to raise your property taxes, when everybody is telling you, bro, we're not going. And once again, shout out to these Chicago Flip Red people that been coming down there, standing on business, and you know, really giving it to this guy.
And here we are right now. You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make a example out this Negro right here first. Please come here first. Because you know what? We're going to help you. We want to forensic.
Ma'am, I would ask that you.
We want to forensic.
Hold on.
She's talking.
She said, Trump, Tom Homan. Now, if you don't know, Tom Homan is the border czar that Trump appointed, the new border czar. You know, Trump ain't even in office yet. I mean, January 20th. And they must have heard this message from Chicago Flips Red, and Tom Homan actually pulled up to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Tom Homan actually pulled up to Chicago, and he had a message. He had a message for old Brandon Johnson and the Governor Plitzer
In Chicago, but that's pretty good. Let's listen to this. What long been done? Chicago's gonna be safer, the streets be safer. We can't we're not gonna move every criminal off the streets of Chicago somewhere on day. But I'll tell you what, a certain percentage are. And I'll never say that every criminal in this city is an illegal alien. I'll never say that every illegal alien is a criminal. I won't say that.
But they all want.
Let me ask you this. Wait a minute. I don't know.
So, you know, he said everybody not a criminal, but we're gonna get the one. We're gonna make Chicago safer. We're gonna fix a lot of the financial issues as far as the funding, that extra tax dollars that are going to this. All of that is gonna be cleared. And he said, man, if Brandon Johnson gets in the way, and now he doesn't have to help, but if he gets in our way, we're gonna prosecute. Man, January 21st is gonna get real spooky out here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see ICE agents in Chicago. How insane is that? You know what I'm saying? And they starting right here in Chicago. Tom Homan actually pulled up to the city, man. He said this is gonna be the first example that we're gonna make, man. But once again, Mayor Brandon Johnson, this is a message to you, bro. And you know what I think? I think what you're doing is you're trying to tread, act like you being 100 with your friends and staying on this. You're gonna protect these legal immigrants for now, while Biden and them is on their way out the door. But I got a inclination that when January 20th rolls around, you're gonna have a change of heart. You just riding it out. It was January 20th. Mark my words, you're gonna have a change of heart. Well, thank y'all. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Voices for the Voiceless. We love y'all, and I'm out.